Dungeons and Shenanigans. I am your DM for the day, and hopefully forever. You already know our lovely players and the characters that they play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We are missing someone. Again, that's okay. She should be here next week. So
Crazy she's missing 2 weeks in a row. These are totally separate days.
Totally separate days. We just like wearing the same clothes twice in a row.
Yeah.
Only twice?
Gosh dang it.
No, I changed. I added a layer.
Yeah, Abigail has a cardigan on now. Okay, that's how you know she's a psych major, because she has a cardigan on right now.
I'm psychoanalyzing the audience right now.
And if you want to be psychoanalyzed, join our Discord.
Yeah.
We have a lot
I
of
offer no psychoanalysis.
we have a lot of player interaction, because it's mainly just player interaction currently. But if you want to join our Discord, that way we actually have more interaction with more people. And if you are a fan, which I don't understand why, but if you are a fan of us, go ahead and join our Discord. Have discussions. Post your memes. We want to have meme contests.
We have great memes already there, and I challenge you to one up ours, because I think it'll be hard.
What do you mean?
That. Okay. Tanner, get to work on the Discord.
Tanner.
What do you meme? Is going to be a channel for memes now. That's...
Yeah, take it out.
Chop, get to work
yeah,
on this.
and if you have a problem with our Discord, bring it up with Tanner. He's in charge of that.
He is in charge of that. Bring it up to Tanner or our moderator, Griselda.
Yeah, that too. Go yell at them for no reason.
Yell.
Even if you like the Discord, just go yell at them. Yeah.
Just all caps.
Yell at them at how much you like the Discord if you do like it.
And if you hate the Discord, go ahead and subscribe to Abigail the Nerd on TikTok and complain to her about it.
Yeah.
She'll
tell us, don't worry.
And also...
It's a chain of command. You have to follow the order.
Exactly. But once you do those tasks, also follow our other social medias in our link tree. That all of our links actually work now. Including our Discord link. Again, you should join that. And I believe that is all of the announcements. And let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of... Hold on.
Oh.
Tonight's episode of Dungeons and Shenanigans. Did you say don't close the door?
No. So
Where we left off,
Where did we leave off?
you guys had
It's been so long.
10 minutes.
I don't remember.
you guys had just encountered
10 minutes in a week.
the final moments of this Tarask. The rest of the party had managed to, or Vela had managed to escape out of the bunker through an air hatch, and meet up with the rest of the group and basically convince the medic to allow you guys to try to have a conversation and talk about maybe opening the gates to this bunker. They agreed and let you through, and where you sat in there for about a good hour or so, just waiting for this final fight to conclude. It seems as though the fight had ended and the dust settled, but there was still rampaging going on. And once that was given all the okay, everybody was released from this area after Ben was given triage and fully bandaged and fully salved up on all of his burns. And you guys made your trek to the Crimson Meadows, the kingdom of the giants. So, heading into the Crimson Meadows, you guys had walked towards the giant, enormous corpse of this Tarask, kind of walking along its snout. You had to leave because you saw the king's guard and the king, the firekeeper of the Crimson Meadows, approaching, crying these deep, almost molten-like tears of just seeing this carnage before you. And as you guys had managed to leave, the area. Amanda updated you on many facets on the culture here within Flame Reach, especially the Crimson Meadows. And that's where we left off. So you guys are walking past the buildings that still stand. This large cathedral, and in all of this iconography in there is depictions of a phoenix. Who is proficient in history? Just Vela? Oh, Vela.
Vela, you're the only smart one.
Okay, Vela, go ahead and roll me a history check for me.
Because the only reason I'm good with history is character tip. That's on the floor now.
Some got a little excited.
It's lost forever.
Yeah, this 16.
16. You're not familiar much with giant culture. Yes, you can grab your dice. You're not familiar much with giant culture, especially the Underdark giants.
No.
You do, however, see that there are depictions of what looks like a timeline, like a large mural depicting the history of these giants, and it starts off out of this like black stone. All of it has that black stone background, but they're all made of this these different kind of crushed and cut gemstones to create a beautiful mural of these little tile workings almost. And you do see the start of this area of giants approaching a large pedestal where a phoenix ablaze rested upon that pedestal, and it looked as though they bowed and worshipped onto it, and the depiction fades on to depict a rising kingdom of flame protected by the phoenix, and then it shows the phoenix bestowing its power into the hands of what looks like a giant king, and it shows that king being a great ruler, and it just keeps going and going into this history of these people. But there's one part that doesn't have any color. It's as black as the black stone. It's all carved into this depiction. It doesn't have that tile work and mural. All you see is this depiction of what you could only imagine would be the sun, or a divine light of some sort, completely blackened. And there is no color. The rest of this mural is beautiful and has all of this beautiful color, but just in the center of this, it almost looks like the mural is around this one piece that has never been put in with tile. But everything else has that tile work except that. And then it continues on just a little bit further, and then it looks like it abruptly stops in the history. But that's the one thing in this tile work that doesn't have any color to it.
Does it seem like that's a depiction of an eclipse, or is it?
It could be. Usually with an eclipse, you would see like a halo around it from the sun, kind of.
But it's
all
just sun devoid. Okay.
Devoid of any light or any color, it seems.
Huh. Interesting. I'll write that down.
Okay. So
this has been a really long day.
yes, it has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
seen
need
a
to go
lot.
night-night,
We
please.
have experienced a lot.
Yeah. Sleep next to the lava.
Is that lava damage?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Those are
So many dice.
Those were metal dice. My bad. I had them on
It's
my,
just-
I had them on my notepad, and I'm like, oh, I need to move to another page. Let me just slide those off.
Let me just. Yeah, throw them on the floor, chuck them against the wall.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Yeah,
That's good content.
quiet. Yeah.
This is an ASMR D&D channel. Okay?
No, it's not. It's very much not, Eli.
So, going through Akaru City and into the Crimson Meadows now, You guys are continuing to walk further, and you do see that the rest of them are also exhausted. Amanda, Kella, and especially Ben.
Did they get the crystal waters?
Yes, they also have crystal waters. Shameson looks like he's the least like damaged. He does look like he's just frustrated right now. It doesn't look like he's like as like on the verge of tears, but trying to keep it together as like Amanda is. And then Kella is just trying to just keep a positive outlook right now. Shameson just looks frustrated at himself.
He probably left his coffee back in the city. I'm thinking.
I kinda forgot about him.
He lost it. Well, I think he ditched us for a while
Yeah, he didn't
in
do
the city,
anything.
so
It's like-
he must have not been able to fulfill his bloodlust either. You know, it's definitely
Maybe.
one of the two.
He's gonna take it out. on
Maybe
one
the
of you guys.
carnage
Yeah.
wasn't the Titan. Maybe it was just Shameson getting his.
It was
Yeah.
literally yeah.
Yeah.
All of those fire giants, just Shameson, actually.
So as you guys are just walking, you hear Kella go, "We'll stop up here in Emberhold. We should be able to find a place to stay. To get through Emberhold's territory will take some time, and to get on the outskirts of that territory is where Zunishia village is."
Isn't Emberhold where the blacksmith is?
No.
No.
I've been wrong this whole time, guys.
Can't he meet us there?
Yeah. Come on.
We
Man,
do
stand
have-
that
Gonna forge
way.
our weapons in Mount Doom and Emberhold.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. You know, a lot of lava. I was like, oh, perfect place for a forgery.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
We do have people that do stay nearby that are allies of our tribe. Emberhold is it's the largest city here. They don't have any ill will against us, thankfully.
Good.
That's unusual.
So we should be
Yeah,
able to
as we've learned.
Yes.
we should be able to find residence there very easily. We only need to stay the night. And he just continues to walk up to Amanda, and he basically goes, "Is that all right with you, leader?" She goes, "Yeah, it's fine." And he's like, "Wasn't asking." And they just keep.
Can I insight check to see if there's tension between them?
Sure.
Oh, I think the tension
Yeah, I
is
think-
obvious.
No, I know, but I'm looking for a good tension.
Yeah, a different kind of tension.
Who said that to
That's
Amanda?
I'm looking for the tension that Kella wants there to be.
Mm-hmm. That
I
we
need to
all
have a
want there to
discussion
be.
with
Come
him.
on.
Kella's salty.
Oh, it's really good. Hang on. Of course I roll good for this. Okay. 23.
Woo!
23. It looks like so you're inciting on Kella. Kella himself.
I'm inciting on the interaction between them. I'm like,
Gotcha. So
I think paying more attention to Amanda because I know Kella's feelings towards her. So I want to know what Amanda feels.
Amanda is, with the 23, you can tell Amanda is shaken. It looks like she's that normal like stoic leadership that she tries to uphold. It has like kind of like faded a little bit, and now she's kind of more of just, I need to just get them to safety. We just need to get home, kind of an attitude. And Ben has kind of, or not Ben, Kella has taken on almost like a leadership role himself, and him basically taking the reins from Amanda currently. Normally she's very like hard-headed and like has that attitude of no, I'm the leader kind of a thing, but in this instance it seems as though she is okay with this exchange of leadership.
Do her pupils dilate at all when she sees him?
No, we're not going to pull a Tanner on this. No, her pupils do not dilate.
Okay.
You're too far away to actually look directly into her eyes and see any
It's
dilation.
just like,
Yeah. And Bella, what are you doing? No, yeah.
okay.
Sorry, can you just do this test for me? Can you do...
Can you just
Yeah. I really need to see something. I'm checking for glaucoma.
You just pass, what's his name? Kella, a note that says, and you go, give this to Amanda, and it just says, do you like me? A box for yes, a box for no.
Box for
No,
maybe.
no, it's
Maybe.
yes and mega yes.
With
It's
the
already
kissy
checked.
emoji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either yes
Yeah.
or yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. Pass that note to him and be like, you should really give this to Amanda.
Yeah, don't open it. Don't open it. It's between me and Amanda, but I need you to give it to her.
Yes. Oh my gosh, please. Is this canon? Is this happening?
I
Please.
picture she pulls out a paper and as
No.
soon as it comes out, it just in flames.
That's kind of the environment here.
Dang it, it's too
Any
hot.
normal parchment in this area would crumble.
Abby, you have to remember this for when we get not in flames.
No.
Please.
No, Vela will have another conversation with Kella, but it's up to Kella, okay? She's just there to make sure that they're happy, okay? That's all.
I want this note to happen now because I want to see Amanda's reaction to it.
Vella's not. That part's not her business.
Okay.
If this is Iris or something, Iris would be like, yeah.
Yes. Here, take it.
I don't think that's what she
That's what she does as a goddess.
Because two of her best friends just died last week. And one
I
of her
know.
best
Yeah,
friends
she's
died
not in
last
the
week.
best headspace right now, but in the future when she's like mentally stable.
Maybe when we reunite with them in 2 real-time years,
Yeah.
then we'll
Then it'll
talk.
be perfect. Perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be fine.
This has been, what, like 4 days since we entered the...
No,
It's been like 2 weeks, right?
about.
Yeah.
You guys have been traveling for a while down here, but you're close to your
Speaking of
destination.
which, do we have more sickness yet?
Why would you say that?
Because I love the game.
Teacher, I forget
Teacher,
the
Do you-
homework.
what about the sickness?
Do we have another level yet? 'Cause
No.
Okay.
Because I already had you guys roll when you entered the area.
Are you down with the sickness, Eli?
Oh, I'm down.
So the everybody who has the sickness right now that has the negative rolls to them still, right? Or everybody took medicine, didn't you?
Yeah, we're all good.
Everybody's
Yeah,
good.
we're all
That's right.
insecticized.
Yep, we're all good. All
Okay.
good.
Just wanted to make sure. What was that?
No. She's muted.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep traveling.
So, you guys keep traveling, and you're having to cross this what looks like a mountain range, and there is a clear divide through this. And you look as you're traveling through, and there is what looks like a large blade, and by large I mean enormous. This thing was wielded by a creature far bigger than the Orofir that you guys had encountered. An enormous blade, a blade of a titan. It just towers above you, and it looks like this is what created that divide and cracked into this stone, and then it's just been slowly cleared away over time and is now a passage. And it looks like part of this metal in that stone or in that blade has been taken from it over the generations, and it looks like it's much less of what the original size is. You can only imagine what the original shape of this thing was, but it looks like there is no longer a sharpened blade to this. It is just a hunk of metal that is embedded into the earth that once was a blade of great power and great importance, it seems. Looking at it, it doesn't look like it's made of spirit metal. It looks like a rare type of metal maybe, but not spirit metal. And it's, you see it's got like there's some like carvings into it of initials plus initials, it's basically like a common thing in this area. It's not seen with like such reverence as it is for you, but it does look like there is like a bit of like a bizarre nature to it that it's so ingrained in their culture they don't see anything special about it. But it does look like that over time metal chunks have been taken from it or have fallen from it from debris. This thing looks ancient. It looks incredibly old. And you guys continue past that sword. And then you see off into another valley, you see that there is a enormous city, and this area is you're not seeing as many lava falls. This area looks like most of the lava is more towards Akaru and the Crimson Meadows, and this mountain range looks like it divides this enormous flow of magma. But it is nevertheless here, and it's a beautiful just scape of glowing rock and crystals, and you do see that there are rivers of magma and lava as well. But you do see that kind of out of your vision, where the light slowly starts to fade away from this bright magma appearing everywhere, you do see just shadow and darkness continuing into the valley. And Kella goes out and points forward. Over there in the shadowy area, where the light fades, that's where Zunichia is. And so they...
Hey, look, you're home.
Say everything that the light touches.
I knew you were going to say that.
The shadowy area is directly from that monologue. You can't say that.
After I said it.
You can't say that and expect me to not think.
After I
"But
said it.
what's about that shadowy area,
After
Dad?"
I said it, Tara. After I said it, I was like, oh no, I said that.
Oh
maybe,
no.
Maybe let's just
That
ignore
is the
that.
elephant graveyard.
I'm like, let's just ignore that. Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna realize. And I look over. Everybody else is like perfectly fine listening to the story, and I look over, and yours like.
I'm like, ready to word vomit out the whole script of the movie.
I'd like to cast monologue.
Yeah.
You're no longer a bard. So, you guys are now traversing down this cliff face, and it's much cooler here. You do still feel that warmth and that heat. Anybody who doesn't like wear shoes, you're still feeling that heat. It looks like those of you who were wearing boots, though, your soles are melted pretty good. Except the boots of Elvenkind. Those ones are magically reinforced.
My boots are no longer made for walking.
Ballet slippers of...
Huh?
Was it ballet slippers of Elvenkind?
Yes. Yeah, point slippers of Elvenkind.
You're so cute.
So continuing into there, it's a beautiful valley. You're seeing a lot of this like speckles of red and orange light intermittently through this. The air is still scorching hot, but it is much cooler than standing directly over these magma lakes. You no longer see those great rivers that float through the other cities. Now you're seeing smaller rivers, but rivers nonetheless that branch off and spiderweb into the rest of this city. And it looks like the city itself runs on all of that runoff, and it looks like they might use it for different types of power and foraging down below. And you do see smokestacks. You see civilization of where the Emberhold lies, and it is an enormous city. And it's less of a city and more of just filling up this large ravine valley. And you see along the whole like side walls is continuations of these like tiered levels of a city. And it does look like it is in kind of like a decline, and it was built in that decline of these different levels and different tiers, and then there is the base valley as well that continues on further. And this is the largest city of Flame Rage, Emberhold.
Wow.
So,
Big city.
takes you a while to get to the outskirts of the city.
The Big Apple.
Notably, though, you do see that there are what looks like up ahead a lot of refugees, people of the fire giants, citizens. You do see that there are other races of Drow, Deep Gnome, Duergar, even Dragonborn and Tiefling, all residing kind of near or on this kind of journey ahead of you all. It seems as though they weren't able to get to shelter quick enough, so they fled another way. And the ones that ended up fleeing, it seems that they ended up here. As you guys are now kind of getting closer and closer to the front, there is what looks like a large gateway, and it looks like there's about like 3 large gateways on this path, like enormous pillars and a arch above that. And at the first arch, on like the main pathway, it does look like there are city guard, kind of just cataloging and talking to people as they let them go single file. So you are queuing into a long line of these refugees that has already been continuing for a while, so it's not enormously long, but it is fairly long. Kind of waiting in this line for a while. You just hear families, some of their kids crying, just displaced people. And as you're traveling through this line, you get to the front. And as you get to the front, you see Amanda, Kella, and Shameson all take down their hoods, and they walk up to the guard, and he goes ahead and says, "And what's your reason for the visit?" "Zonetians. Who are these traveling with you?" And you just hear Amanda go, "These are our traveling companions. We're taking them to our home." "Understood. Next." And you guys pass through, and what?
It's just funny. Every time we've gone into a new city, they're like, "We're gonna kill you, eat our food, and we're gonna poison you." And this guy is like, "Sure."
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever. And he's like, "Hey, buddy, welcome home. You want a cupcake?"
As you guys are
I'm not
walking
mad
though,
about this.
you
Yeah,
guys
I know,
are
I'm not
walking.
mad. Yeah.
Amanda does look at you guys who are like kind of like you just have this like sigh of relief. You guys
Finally,
were like
a normal interaction.
you guys were like so tense, like, oh, we're gonna have to fight someone again, argue with
Yeah.
someone, and it was such a clean entrance. And she does look over at the rest of you. Zunetia and Emberhold do have really good trade relations. They can't craft things out of spirit metal, but they have the mines of spirit metal. They have large deposits of large deposits and veins that are spirit metal throughout here, that we cannot mine on our own. So we trade our services for their metal, and they give us a large quantity of the metal as payment. So we live harmoniously in this give and take relationship. The spirit metal they normally have us forge is below standards of what Magnus might like, and majority of it he's not the one to forge. It's an apprentice, not of his, but another apprentice of spirit metal. They are no master to the degree he is, but he's the one who normally handles a lot of this. And she just kind of continues to go, and you do see that there are people as she's like kind of like walking by, and there are a few people that recognize them, like a few of the houses and little farm areas that you pass, and you are noticing there's vegetation down here. There are bits and pieces of vegetation that has like a red hue to it. And walking through the Crimson Meadows before, you saw just very slight vegetation, a lot of things that were like red leafed. Nothing really green here. But going into this area, you are starting to see a little bit of greens and blues just occasionally in the plant life in here. It looks like there are actual farms here, and it looks like what is here is more like just like small gardens, but further on you can see farm plots when it gets cooler. But there are smokestacks of different people metalworking and trying to make a living here, and there are people who do notice and recognize the Zonetians and do give them a wave of hello and just a standard greeting. It seems here you're not seen as an enemy, more as just a friendly neighbor.
First.
At last.
It is still hot though.
So let's make enemies.
Sounds perfect.
This is too good to be true.
Yeah.
Javelin?
Yeah.
Stupid kid.
Find the orphanage. Burn it.
Stupid kid, he's just like, ugh. It's a weird environment right now for you guys. You're so used to all of this carnage and brutality and aggression towards any newcomers
Yeah.
and different people of walks of life, but it seems here there are so many different walks of life here. It seems as there's no clear definition of the most populated race here. There is it seems like an equal mix of Drow and Durgar mainly. But you do see there are humans, there are the deep gnome as well. So the gray dwarfs, the deep gnome, and the dark elves. You're seeing all of them just kind of intermingling, and there is the occasional red and black dragonborn as well, and a few smatterings of tieflings here and there. It's a home for many, and
It's a literal melting pot.
it really is.
Since it's so hot.
But you're not seeing any Luxodon or Minotaur or Shatterkai or even Hexblood or or even a Harpy. The most common race out of all of you is Augustus.
Tiefling.
Tiefling.
There's no changes?
I mean, it's
No
true,
changes
yeah.
visible.
Not that you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, not that you know of.
Everyone's
but-
a
They're all
Everyone's a changeling.
I'm technically a half elf, but
Yeah.
Technically, but not really.
I mean, it doesn't sound
Mechanically
very racially
cursed.
diverse if you ask me, if we're the only ones down here.
We're all monsters.
We are. We are. In our own special way.
How are they acting?
How do you mean?
Well, just like a couple miles away, there's an all-out war and almost death for everyone. In there.
There is a bit of like worry and like a lot of people it seems like are like trying to like offer aid and help, but as you guys are like passing through it, there is a bit of like an energy of moving supplies and donations and that kind of an environment here, but it's as they pass by and see the Zanetians, they're very much like they just kind of like nod or give a wave as they're passing by in
Even we're
recognition.
traveling with royalty. We're finally getting the royal treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they do seem to recognize at least the three of them. A lot of people don't even notice Ben
I mean, he's being cradled in your arms lovingly, so.
in full bandages. Like
Yeah. Can't even see his face.
He's very stiff right now. He's not.
Do you, I kind of picture you holding him like a feral cat by like the scruff of his neck.
He hasn't been
I know
breathing
that's
in,
not
like,
how you're
hours.
carrying him, but that's like the energy you're giving off.
I'm the only one that can handle the smell.
Yeah.
So.
he's actually holding him by the tail, just like
Oh, please don't ever pick up your cats by a tail.
they'll be fine.
Or your
They
humans.
can handle the weight.
Nope, they absolutely cannot. Yeah,
if,
or
if it pulls it off, it'll grow back. Like a
Yeah.
lizard. Understand.
yeah, everyone knows that cats and lizards are biologically the
They're the
same.
same. They're
Yeah.
both
I watched Spider-Man. Anyone can become a lizard.
Okay, moving forward. Yeah, back to dungeons. and
So as you're
Dragons.
traveling through here, and you do see that there are an occasional Yuan-Ti purebloods
Oh.
through here as well.
Cool. Those guys are cool.
They're not often. It seems like there's just like a couple of small like families within this area, but you are starting to get to like less of the rural area and more towards like the craftsman area. And you do see that there are large smokestacks. There is a lot of like metalworking factories and forges, and you're seeing different tongs are like bringing these metal pieces through all this giant machinery, putting it into more machinery, and then you just hear a lot of just clanging and clinking. It's an energy that is just non-stop. Even in the midst of all of that chaos that had just happened, it seems as though production is still continuing. People really are kind of just staying in their own lane, not really paying attention to who passes through there. even though the Zunishins are passing through, they're the Savigians really, they're kind of just indifferent. And it's a weird exchange almost. But you are starting to get to more of like the marketplaces and different places like that. It seems as though kind of there are what look like gemstone farms almost, where it looks like there are places where gemstones seem to grow, and there are people that harvest it, just shave it away, and it looks like there's just these enormous groves and just rows and rows, vineyards really, of crystals of different colorations, and it looks like they're sold in the shops. It seems like crystal and gemstone isn't seen as something that is a valuable, tradable thing down here, more as just another commodity, another resource to use.
Interesting.
You do kind of just keep walking, and there are immense craftsmen here, though. You do see that there are like kind of like in that workshop area. There's a lot of tinkering, a lot of people creating weapons that have like so many intricate designs to them. Some of them look like very steampunk and like have a lot of large gears that connect to each other. Some of them are steam engine based, and you see some of them are more like spellcraft-esque. They have what looks like a spell engine almost to power them. It's crazy and wonderful craftsmanship down here.
I'm saying Augustus would be like, this is what we need for Pincushion Motors. He's taking notes. He's handing out pamphlets.
He's like this, and he's just going,
Yeah.
and he gets the ink quill and just like.
Oh, no.
He's like stupid good at it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like perfect calligraphy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dearest.
Yeah.
My dearest Caligula. The war front has been tiresome.
But alas, I found some motors that would be perfect for our horseless carriages.
Perfect, I say, perfect. Exclamation point.
I shall send you a photorealistic picture that I'm drawing on the back for you, and then the picture is like a stick figure.
Yeah, it's just a guy with one arm and one horn, and he's just like, and he's got a big smile.
Big smile, and then he points to like a cube that says "Good Motor."
Yeah. And then a carriage with a horse and a giant X around it.
Yeah. This is canon.
Yep.
This letter has been mailed and sent.
That mail carrier has got a rough journey ahead of him.
Oh yeah, but you know they do it.
Yeah.
You know, mailman. Respect your mailman. If you see your mailman, say thank you.
Respect your postal workers.
Yeah.
Or
They
else.
do a lot. Or yeah, or else I'm coming for you.
Or else. And as you guys are traveling through Emberhold, you do see that there are like the fire giants that do live here as well. It's a lot of them are handling more of like the larger construction, and it looks like there is stone masonry here too. Like they're precisely cutting bricks and blocks made for actual structures, and it looks like there's just a general society of craftsmanship here, and there is intricate weapons and also technology that's looking like it's establishing for just general daily use. But progressing further in a little bit, there is what looks like a large building, and it is amongst like more of like the buildings and less more rural and just like farmhouse kind of a vibe, and it's getting more towards your outskirts of a big city, and you are starting to see buildings just kind of like sprouting up, and you do stop in front of this large one, and you see it does have a large bell tower above it. And Amanda goes ahead and walks up and just knocks on the door. And you just hear the door just, and you see what looks like a tiefling nun, just kind of like open the door and her just go, hello, and she kind of like pulls her glasses up that was like just kind of hanging on the ridge of her nose, kind of pulls them up. Oh, Amanda, come in, and opens the door and please come in, all of you. Kind of like has everybody walk in, and it's cool in here. It seems as though it's made of a similar stone that just insulates and creates this really nice cooling environment in here. And it's a much better on this side of the mountain range than it is there. And you see she has these black robes on, and she goes ahead and goes, well, how can we help you here? She goes, me and my friends need a place to stay. We're traveling back to the city, back to the village, and we
just bought a terrace.
We kind of helped with the terrace fight, and we need some help. We need a place to live. She goes, oh, of course.
As you're holding Ben. Yeah, we help with the terrace.
She's like, of course. And is that
I think
Ben?
it's a little
And she goes ahead and walks over. She walks over to Ben, and he's like,
You're sucking it so
hey. She's like, what did you do? Kind of fought it. Kind of burned myself a little. I can see that. We'll have the healers tend to you. Well, welcome. I'm sorry it's not, the best place. Are you all from above?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are.
Kind
Well, welcome to Emberhold. I hope your journey has been all right. I'm sure it was faced with a lot of hardships.
This is already the best place we've stayed.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad.
By
but-
far. Yes.
By far.
Well, thank you.
Please don't make me eat you.
He's refilling a pipe.
I'm sorry. And she looks like she's genuinely like scared now. Like what has happened right now?
Sorry, he's a little strange. Don't worry about him.
You
Okay.
literally know.
What?
You literally know.
I do know, but I'm
Not being strange.
I just
I have PTSD.
you like Cal.
I've never ate so much human flesh in one sitting. It's horrible.
You think that was a dream?
I think so.
Yeah.
But he made it sound like it was real. The skeleton guy.
That is
Who
true.
is still not here.
Yeah, he left us. Yeah.
Oh, I thought he said I'll meet you
Back at the village.
at back in the village.
Mhm.
So he just he saw the terrace and he's like I'm gonna
He
tell
didn't
him
even
what
see
to
the
do.
terrace.
Oh, he was faster.
No,
than us?
he left
In
to go to the Mind of the One. You to go to the Mind of the One, further in.
Oh, further in.
You guys continued.
Because they don't care about him.
Yeah.
They're like, you can pass.
You don't
You're
have a
just
brain.
bones.
Yeah.
We want Indica.
Yeah.
Only.
Who Allison is still very upset about. I feel the need to spread the
Does she?
Word.
Is she actually still upset about it?
Yes, because earlier today
Yes.
we were hanging out and she just goes, I miss Inniker.
That 10 minutes we had together.
Yeah, she's all. I'm like, Allison.
My introduction into this campaign, I found love, and it was taken away from me in minutes.
That's what
Allison
happens
feels a
here.
lot of feelings, and we love her for
And
it.
we love her for it. Yes, that's why
Okay.
we said, Allison, please come play with us.
Yeah.
Allison, please.
It's like Jonah, she cries. She cries for Lord.
Sold.
Fine,
Sold.
That's fine. And
It's amazing.
as she is like kind of like leading you guys in, it is a big open cathedral with pews set up, and it does look like it leads to a shrine up front. Who is proficient in religion? Anybody?
I'm the new kind of
No.
paladin.
No.
No. Not even. What? Is no one proficient?
Paladin?
Would you like for me to check Rose's thing?
No, I don't
Sure.
follow a god.
Yeah, here, let me pull up another tab of generic
Rose is
websites.
proficient in religion.
I don't know. She might be. I'm just checking.
She might be. It's her.
Even if
I
I,
don't
did, my
understand.
wisdom is a 6. Or is that?
I did,
Yeah,
but
let me
I don't want
view Rose. Since we were talking about her, might as well check. Oh, I think she has like partial what?
What?
Allison's proficient in religion.
She has like half proficiency
She's half
in
proficient in
religion, which I'm not.
Jack of all trades.
So she could roll.
I would say.
You know that one ability you didn't use for 2 years?
Yeah, you know that one.
For like 3 years that I just
Yeah.
had written on my sheet and didn't do anything for. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
Inspiration?
No, jack of all trades.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
the
it.
other
Oh,
one.
okay.
The other core
Yeah,
class
be more
ability.
You know what?
specific.
The past is in the past, guys. I don't need this call out in the present, okay?
Let it go. Let it go. The past is in the
You
past.
need to say that to yourself, my dude.
I know. So, I would say Vela, because of your connection with, like your deep connection with the goddess right now. Go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
I don't. Funny total.
Wow.
I rolled a 17.
Know it all.
Oh,
Nice.
And I'm intelligent.
You recognize that this is a shrine to Moradin, the god of dwarves, forging, mining, that kind of a vibe. And you do know that Moradin is a generally a good aligned god, very authoritarian and very like strong amongst the pantheon. Is seen as more of like a judicial figure rather than more of like a gentle spirit kind of thing. But it looks as though you know that it's Sehanin, correct?
Yeah.
So you know that Sehanin and Moradin are, in terms of like the history, it often depicts not relations, but relationships of like camaraderie and like a deep bond between Moradin and Sehanin. In a lot
Okay,
of
so they're besties.
kind of in a lot of like the history that and like religious texts that talks of Sehanin, Moradin is mentioned more than a handful of times.
Okay.
So you know that he's not an evil god, but you do know that he is a stern god. But you do see kind of like at the end of this kind of small cathedral is the symbol of Moradin, which is a large forge with a hammer. And you do see that there's like this like golden ring around it that has like these different rays of thin metalworking that kind of is the crest behind it. And you do notice that, and you look over towards her, and you see hanging from her neck is that holy symbol as well. And then she goes, well, okay, we'll send to Ben on our own. We'll heal him up. Everyone else, would you like your own rooms, or would you like to stay in one communal room? I know that it's been a challenging journey, so you might want to stay near each other.
No, if you have separate rooms.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I
If
can
you have enough.
I can offer both.
Yeah. You know, I'll one private. Mark me down for a private room, please.
All right. The common area it will have some refugees from the fall and of an attack that happened on Crimson Meadows, but the personal rooms should just be you.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yes.
I'll stay in a communal one.
All right. I just need to know who I need to give the keys to. Just you?
I guess. I mean, do you guys also want personal rooms?
I'll stay
You
in
gotta
communal
tell the nice
room.
lady.
I would say Rose would probably want her own room.
Probably also Rose. Yeah.
Yeah, she has her beauty sleep routine.
Yeah. somehow she has like a full rack of like clothes and
Skincare products. I
Yeah.
love her so much.
Yeah, she stays
Yeah.
in the bathroom for way too long. Meanwhile, everybody else is already asleep, and then she comes out just like, just putting on all kinds of lotion.
no, like
At the
she
under
opens
eye
the door because she's like
patches.
she's packing up all of these like skincare supplies. Yeah,
She has a makeup bag
And-
of holding.
yeah, makeup bag of holding. Yes, canon.
No.
I would love that so much.
I knew you would.
Right?
It's just a small like bag with the zipper about like this big. We just like.
I mean, that's kind of what makeup bags are pretty similar to already.
That's true.
I played a changeling once whose only thing that she used her changeling abilities for was makeup. And I loved it so much. She never
Well, lucky.
shapeshifted, she
I
just
love
changed
that
her makeup and
so
contour.
much. Yes, that's
Oh, lucky.
wonderful.
Lucky you gotta.
But the contouring was literally her just like sucking in her cheeks more, making her nose smaller. Like,
No, but also applying bronzer.
well,
Duh,
of course,
come
my
on.
bad. I'm sorry. Sorry. You knew that was happening.
I did, but it still catches me off guard every time.
And she goes ahead and goes, all right, my name is Mother Gladys, and if you need anything, please do not hesitate to contact any of the other nuns or even me. You're welcome to stay however long you'd like. There is a bath ready as well. It's a large bath house, really, but if you're fine taking a communal warm bath, then
Round two.
Yes.
If I had a nickel for every time we went to a bathhouse in this game, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's now weird that it's happened twice.
So,
I mean, we did just go to a bloodbath.
That's
true.
Yeah, we need
and then she
But
goes,
it's not a bath.
the
Right.
bath itself is naturally heated by hot springs that reside below. It is a downstairs cellar, but I assure you, nothing. I understand the journey and
I
how
love going downstairs.
extreme your journey must have been. I never venture out of Flame Reach, so I can only imagine.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
I know that my assurance can only do so much, but you are safe here. And you can keep your weapons and armor and whatever else you like on you, but I do advise you to please do not brandish your weapons or raise your voices. Many people in here are hurting and
We
are.
all look at Cal.
Shut up!
What?
Many people in here are grieving and hurting, and they also require respite and rest. So please do be considerate of the other guests.
Can I insight check her?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, she's just
You
making
don't
all
trust
this
her?
up.
You don't trust a nun? Come on.
Okay.
Come on, dog. She's a nun.
She's pretty tasting good.
Ooh, that's gonna be good then. 27.
27. She looks like her guard is down towards the Savidrans, but she does look like she is still, like she's trying to be as gentle and nice to you all as possible, but the fact that you all come from a realm she has no idea of and has never been to, she is a little mistrusting of you.
Fair. Totally fair.
Especially that you were able to survive such a journey, traveling all the way from the surface world all the way down here to an immense depth and manage to still be alive. That is what she finds. It seems as though she's both impressed and scared of the implications that you guys bring.
No creepy cannibalism feel?
Doesn't feel like it. I mean, there is that like that finger kind of hanging out of her pocket that she kind of like puts
Yeah.
away, but no, she's fine.
Maybe you can put that on the bin.
I mean, he is missing too.
I do have glue that would help with that.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Ben waves like this now.
Do you?
Don't it?
Do you have that glue? I don't remember.
Yeah, I got it.
Why didn't you use that? That's like a super awesome.
The sovereign glue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sovereign glue. That's an amazing item.
It is.
That is technically a legendary item.
Yeah, that's
No.
super powerful item.
Yeah, so
You
he
could have
has
glued
to
the
save
giraffes
it
to
for
the
the
floor.
whole
That
game.
was-
And it
Yeah.
would have died.
That was one of my plans. Was I was gonna gaseous form over to it, and then
And then just
put the
mix it
glue all
glue.
over.
Oh my gosh, like a Looney Tunes trap. Ha ha ha, you're stuck to the floor.
Glue its mouth shut.
Oh, yeah. That too.
Oh, put glue at the end of the spear and jam it inside. Could have killed it.
Coulda, shoulda.
Yeah. Probably would have missed.
Miss proficient with all weapons.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm still so upset.
Sovereign glue is scary though because it's like super glue, and every time I use super glue, I get it on my fingers and I glue my
Mhm.
fingers together.
Really? You gotta be gentle. You gotta have a little toothpick.
You got it, but when you're trying to like put minis together and you're
Oh,
holding them together,
that's
you gotta hold it for
true.
very long and it drips on you, and then it's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
You gotta treat it like
So
Sovereign
sovereign
glue, you'd have to
glue-
cut your finger off.
Sovereign glue, you have to wait a minute for it to set,
And
and then once it sets, it's set for
Set,
eternity.
Yeah. So you'd have to cut your flesh off to get it out.
Yeah, but you have a minute though to.
Yeah. But there is another item that'll dissolve it, right?
Universal solvent.
Yeah.
And that will take any weld, anything that is held together by any means, it will take it apart. So you have the one part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now you need the both to complete the cycle.
Yeah, balance.
Balance, yeah.
Bring balance to the force.
And there's 7 charges to the
Sovereign.
sovereign.
You're probably gonna use it for something stupid.
Yeah.
For every single one.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Totally
what else,
fine.
what else would we use
I'm gonna
it for?
just glue stuff
Yeah.
to my staff.
Gluing
Yeah.
Lucky's butt to his bed.
Lucky will always be clothed at that point. I mean, always have a sheet on.
Some butt padding.
Yep.
So does she give us room keys?
So
Yes,
we
she
get to
does.
go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So I guess Rose and I would have room keys
Yes,
then.
she would give
because we
you
have
a s-
separate rooms.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the rest of you are all kind of able to go into your common area, and there are a lot of bunks set up. There are families in here. No fire giants in here, but there are displaced families of mainly Drow and Duragar. You do see that there's a few dark gnomes, as well as a little bit of other tieflings. You do see that there is one dragonborn of black scale that just kind of is just sleeping in one of the beds. It seems like you guys weren't the only ones that need rest. But you're able to take a long rest, go take a bath, whatever else you need to do to kind of just decompress and relax.
I do have one thing Lucky would want to do here.
Absolutely.
Because he talked about it with Ben, but well, Ben is now otherwise engaged with his injuries.
Yes, and Ben is taken and
Yeah.
taken to a treatment area.
So that would just leave Lucky to wander the city to try and find like flowers or something of the sort, and then try to get to the highest area he can to kind of lay him there and say his goodbyes
Okay.
to Akira.
You end up leaving the cathedral, and you do see Gladys does kind of just not ask where you're going, but advise you to be safe as you travel into the city. There are many different people in here that they all look like they're just kind of living their lives. Some of them have like the small gardens, but since you aren't traveling with the Zenetians, it seems like there is a little more suspicion on you, a little bit, as you just kind of are like walking around slowly, just looking at other people's gardens, kind of a thing. So I'm just kind of letting you know that's the general vibe that you're kind of giving off right now.
That's to be expected.
That's fair. But there are a little bit of wild flowers and like wild plant growth that does happen through here. and a lot of it is like very hardy and almost has like a powdery coating to it. Not soot, but like it grows with like this like powdery dust on the petals and the leaves. But you do end up snipping a few of them and just kind of continuing on your way. You would see that probably there is what looks like the shelves that lead up to one of the walls of the city that just goes up to this cliff, or not really cliff, but the dome of the ceiling, and that itself is shrouded in shadow. You can't even see where the ceiling is. You can only just imagine probably where it ends. But in terms of probably the highest point would probably be where you came from by the sword.
I'd probably just head up like a couple of the shelves then.
Okay. All right. You end up heading up the shelves themselves, and there is a lot more people than you would have expected living in this area, and a lot of people have just kind of made a living here. They have a society and a whole culture here. A lot of the people, it seems, don't really travel outside of this area. A lot of them have made their stay here for generations, and it's comforting to see a culture again instead of these barren wastelands and these harsh and unhospitable environments that are not teeming with life or community, but being in a place that is so harsh and so dangerous, and yet these people have survived and have made a life and families here, lineages, that you find a lot of solace and comfort in that.
That's good. I would just then try and find a nice, more secluded, quiet spot then.
Okay. Pretty easy to do here. There's a lot of space to kind of just spread out. There is this like kind of like cliff face almost that does have kind of like an outlook onto the rest of the valley, and you are fairly high up in this. You've been walking for a good 45 minutes alone, just kind of wandering up here, and you can barely see where you think the church of Moradin might be. Just
I won't get lost at all this time.
Nope.
Oh man, who let Lucky go out by themselves? Oh man, you're gonna get stabbed again, and we're gonna have to follow the blood trail, and it's gonna ruin another set of clothes.
It'll be fine.
You're gonna meet another drow, and
Yeah, we're oh my gosh,
Find another tribe.
have to help them carry some sort of
We find out this new thing called ether.
yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
ether and oh gosh, what is that? That soul metal and like
Soul
just,
metal, yeah.
Spirit metal.
Really,
Sprite
really
metal.
set us down a whole other rabbit hole. You know, take us all the way back to the surface to have to go and learn more about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to go into like
city
the
in the clouds.
yeah, we'll have to go to like the ethereal plane or something. Yeah.
How about that sprite metal? You like some of it, like the double arches, is the place you have to go to find like where it's gonna be the most potent. Like
Yeah, the spiciest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some say it's located in a golden land full of laughter and smiles.
mhm.
Others say it's darkness and screams,
Yeah.
Those people are
What
the
will
ones
it
who
be?
live and work there.
You'll never
depending on
know.
your soul.
Yes. I smell a new campaign.
Depends on what side of the counter you're on.
Yeah.
What's on the counter? Yes, absolutely.
Right.
Man, truly wonderful.
But yeah, you're up here now, and you have the time in which you want to do what you want to do.
Yeah, I would just kind of go and like sit on the edge and kind of just holding the flowers and just say, I know this is long overdue and far from from home, but yeah, I think it is time that I say goodbye. And he's kind of holding those few flowers in his hand, and he's kind of like sitting on the edge and holding them, and like you could tell he wants to drop them and truly let go, but he just can't. He just sits there and just starts to cry again. That's where you will stay.
Okay. Lucky just sits there for hours. The rest of you all continue to, if you want to take a bath and
Yeah.
clean off
Cannonball into the bathtub.
all of this and
Get drunk up.
go ahead and just try to rest and actually get into a comfortable bed. A bed that is actually proper and not just pile of straw and whatever else you can manage on sleeping on stone. This is a proper place to sleep.
Sleeping above bed.
Wasn't planning on it.
These beds are even more comfortable than the beds at Mama J's, and hers were a wonderful welcome respite, and these are her beds pale
What
in
about the
comparison.
gothic place?
That place, those were better than these were.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So still
but-
not as good as the creepy
but,
place.
but ultimately,
And that place came with the side of people.
That's
So-
true.
that came with the
Yes.
side of
All you
people
can
that
eat.
gave you
People and
a
kobolds.
lot of anxiety and a lot of just worry, so your sleep wasn't as restful.
Yeah, beds were immaculate. Could not sleep.
Yeah, 2 stars.
Great location if you do like to eat questionable food
Mm-hmm.
and potentially
Exotic
get
cuisine.
The host
like
served
potential
daily.
brainwash. Pretend-
Exotic cuisine, wonderful seminars,
yes.
Mhm.
Attentive servants plus.
Right.
very
Yeah.
very attentive servants.
Yeah.
But everybody ends up kind of just going to bed and able to take a long rest. You can go ahead and put it in there.
Go ahead. Woo! Click the button.
Click the button. All
Woo.
except for Lucky.
Except for Lucky. Everyone at home, take out your bingo cards and mark off. Lucky has a breakdown.
Right there.
It's a sad check mark, but you know it's one nonetheless. Let us know how close you are to a bingo, everyone.
I just have 2 more X's to go.
Woo! We'll have some great bingo prizes if you send us your completed bingo card.
Nope.
Yep.
No, we won't.
Yes, we will.
Legally, we won't.
Great.
Please.
Great
Yes.
prizes.
Yeah, but it has to be one of our official bingo cards. If you don't have our official bingo card, we can't send you a prize.
Yeah, we can't validate it.
Yeah. So, there you go. Problem solved.
So Lucky,
Mhm.
you're sitting there holding this bouquet of flowers, and one hand kind of wants to just tremble and open, the other just gripping the stems so tightly. Your hand's shaking. You're just Huh?
I think it's just even after all that time, it's lets some of them fall and just puts the rest onto the side before he kind of gets up and keeps walking around the city.
okay. You keep walking around the city, and there's so many different cultures that you've never even dreamed of. All of this teeming life here, and it's beautiful. With everything going on, it's just, you can't help but get weepy and just teary-eyed. It's beautiful. It's been a rough journey, and it's been really tough on you, but you're here.
Like he's just lost in thought and lost fully in the city. Doesn't know where he is anymore.
Okay.
He is
Dang
psychically
it,
weak.
Lucky, we talked about this. Come on. Alright, get your bingo cards back out. Check off Lucky gets lost in the new city.
We have to call this episode Lucky Alone
Lucky, yes.
because of the feels.
Yes.
And don't forget, there is that additional third bingo slot for when Lucky gets shanked because he's alone.
Yes. Yeah, it's
Yes.
half of, it's Lucky gets lost / attacked because he's lost, you know?
Basically, yeah. As you're kind of just walking through there, in this lost in thought, you do see there are people just kind of like walking past you, walking on the same path you are, but walking a little bit faster, and they pass you up, and you're just another cog in this environment, this society. You're just continuing to walk, and then you just hear someone behind you go, "Hey, give me everything you've got." And you feel just like a little poke at your back.
You're like, oh, not again.
Oh my goodness.
Throw the flame dagger at him.
You know, at least he has the decency to like say something first. I mean, when Kella attacked you, he just went. He just.
Do you
I
turn
was dealing
around?
with something.
Yeah.
Do you turn around, Lucky?
I would turn around.
Okay, like turn around with swinging, or just turn around?
Just start with a turnaround. I can always punch.
Okay, you turn around and you see Shameson.
Oh my gosh.
Dude.
Of course it's him.
He's got a big grin on his face.
What?
That figures.
Amanda told me if you ever wandered off to follow you, so.
He's been following you this whole time.
It's just lurking in the shadows as you're crying. Yeah.
Well,
Opposing
thanks.
characters.
That's probably a good idea.
I was saying no, Lucky probably doesn't need it. Lucky's responsible. Lucky's an adult, and then, do you know where you are right now?
Well, if I go, or is it?
It's behind you. You literally were walking on a straight path. It's behind you that way.
The giant bell tower.
He's just kind of looking at you like partially disappointed, but he's just like, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, I actually needed to leave the group for now, actually, and headed to town. Want to come with?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. And he continues to just keep walking. So what was that whole thing with, like, the flowers? Like, I don't want to pry too much. Like, if you really don't want to talk about it, just say it, but, like...
I was trying to say goodbye to someone I lost. And it's harder to do than I thought.
That's understandable. You know, I've lived in this area for a while. I've gone to the surface only a handful of times. And, you know, I'm trying to make my move, make my effort to make a life for myself, but my life is down here.
Yeah, it's making your own life is often easier said than done. I've learned.
Come on. You look like you could use a drink.
Probably.
And he just continues to walk, and he's kind of walking through these like neighborhoods almost. And then he walks up to what looks like a kind of a nice house. And then you see he goes ahead and just you see he takes out his lockpicks, and he just, all right. And there we go. And just opens the door, and it just puts the lockpicks away. Welcome.
Only breaking into
goes, "Welcome to my humble home." He goes ahead and just opens the door and just kind of walks into it. You see, he goes ahead and goes over to like one of the little lanterns and then lights a match and kind of lights it, opens it up, starts doing that around this little house, and it's a small little kind of like living room area. And the living room, dining room, and kitchen look like they're all just like one room that are just spaced apart. It's a very open floor plan. Easy breezy coffee roll. And it looks like there's just some nice like open windows that just kind of look out towards the rest of the neighborhood. Looks like it's like there's actually grass and like flowers here. Izzy goes ahead and walks in and he goes, make yourself a home. It's fine here. He walks over to what looks like a box made of like different stone and kind of like opens it, and inside he takes out a little cask and goes to one of the cupboards, gets some glasses, puts them down. He's now just pouring out of the cask, and they're filling up with ale. Just puts it back in, closes the little like freezer. He just walks over and hands you one.
Take it and sit down and kind of nurse it.
He sits down on the couch as well, just kind of looking out at like this like window, viewing the rest of the neighborhood, and they're just sitting there right there, just kind of with the mug. And just starts to drink from it. You doing okay, pal?
I'm doing just a big old. Wouldn't go from nursing it to just a big old chug.
So you're doing like that, okay? He just hands you his mug.
Oh no.
This was supposed to be our home. Through circumstance, it's no longer that. Now it's just my home. And he's just kind of he's looking at
I pass his ale back to him.
Appreciate it. And he takes a big chug from it. You know, I'm a Savigian by blood. My wife, well, was supposed to be my wife. She wasn't. She was a tiefling of long lineage descent, and she passed away a long time ago. And around then was when I decided to rejoin the village and actually try to find a purpose, try to find a way of life. And I was always good with a knife. I always knew how to defend myself with it, but it was when I really started to hone my skills and my craft. And that was when the Zunitians started to build up, and Amanda, I knew her from childhood, really, and she offered me a place amongst the ranks, and I agreed. And so now I live both in this home, partially, and over with the Savidrins.
The place of your past and the place of your found family, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. This place, I own it still, but I have other family that stays here, and they tend to it, make sure it doesn't fall apart and go into disrepair, you know. they're good. They're good. But this found family I have is what's important to me right now. Letting go's hard. Wish I knew exactly how to fully let go, though. And it kind of just looks at the rest of the house.
I don't even know if there is truly a way.
I doubt it. And I've been running around with the Savidrons for about 5 years now. Doesn't get any easier. Does not get any easier. Some days are better. Some days are worse, but overall, doesn't get easier.
Probably what I needed to hear, but never what I wanted to hear.
You experienced loss, kid. We all are going to experience loss. And that's okay. You know, Amanda and Kella, they understand my situation. They know of it. And yet they'll never bring it up with me. They know that I don't like to talk about it. And I know I take out my frustration and anger a bit too much sometimes. A little too zealously, I would say. But that's only for people that hurt my found family. And the ones that I consider comrades. And he looks over to you and passes you the mug back.
Oh, you've been accepted into his gang.
Yes.
You have made it.
We're all alone.
He goes ahead and goes, if you need to sleep somewhere that's away from everybody else, couch is always open.
Thanks. I don't know if I'd be able to find my way back, but...
Don't worry, I'll guide you back. We need to meet up with him in the morning anyway, so if you want to stay here, you're welcome to stay. I can lead you back to the church down there, but I'm not really a fan of that place.
I'll stay.
Alright, let me get you some bedding. And he goes ahead and goes and gets you some sheets and gets you a pillow, kind of like throws it over onto the couch and he goes, alright, sit there. If you need to use the latrine, it's going to be out behind the house right there. If anything else, I'm not here. And he just goes in and walks down the hall.
I'll just put down the pillow and just pull the sheets over and go to bed.
As you like pull the sheets over and you like kind of like lay down, you feel something like poking into your back and you like pull it out and there is a dagger that's sheathed in the couch. You kind of have to like pull that out, put it on the coffee table.
It's fine.
You go to lie down, there's a second dagger in the couch.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna roll into halfway through the night.
It's
Yeah.
only the couch pillows are made of knives. Like just
Yes.
it's knife stuffing.
Yeah. You've heard of like down pillows, these are knife pillows.
Yes.
Yeah. More comfortable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
If not, they look pretty sharp.
They're British pillows. So as you are able to just kind of have this rest away from the chaos in a more domestic setting, you are able to take a long rest. In the morning, everybody, you feel...
Abby has a question.
Oh yes, my bad.
Can I do something before bedtime?
Please do.
Okay. I'm just promptly like trying to stay awake probably for a while because we're in a communal area, but even if I was like in one room. I would be spell free.
Absolutely.
So I think just trying to stay awake, I'm gonna hold one of those crystals full of water,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna try to, because like the light's refracting from the water.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna try to see if I feel anything through it. Not channel any power, but just kind of like see if I feel a connection.
Roll me a d20 for me.
13.
You don't really feel like a connection, like connecting with it on like any kind of like a ethereal feeling or really anything like that. But you do, just looking at it and just looking at the water just kind of like sloshing in it and just hearing that liquid just kind of inside there, just pure clean water, and the light refracting in it. It's kind of hypnotic and kind of just relaxing and calming. It's not any like connection to it, but you feel at peace looking at it. It does kind of help calm the nerves a little bit. You do notice throughout your just kind of staying up, there are other people, other refugees that are also kind of staying awake, but kind of trying to keep to themselves. Some are reading books. But
Me and Dot did go to the bath.
yes,
Yeah.
this is like after the bath and all of that.
We're all clean,
All de-suited.
deep blood.
Oh yeah. Blood incident.
I think that was all I wanted to do.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Anybody else?
Was
want to do
fine.
anything?
Maybe we should kill the nun.
Nope. Nope.
They're too friendly.
Nope. No.
None of what you said we should do.
Nope.
Okay. It's really pleasant here right now. You're doing okay. You wake up and you're a little groggy, a little like stiff, but overall you do feel very comfortable and very just at peace with everything. It feels weird sleeping on such a nice bed after all the hardships, and you do wake up in a sense of like a little bit of anxiety of what's watching me, what's around me, and only to remember that you're in what seems to be like a safe place. But the day is yours.
I would say probably after like waking up and everything, I would, since I do have my own private room right now, I would use my handy dandy walkie talkie
Yes.
to check in, since I have realized I haven't done that in quite a while.
Yes, exactly.
I was thinking about that recently, so I just do a little check in of come in, are you awake? Over.
How's my dead sister?
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the
She's
sister
not
gonna
dead. She's not been up.
She's
You end up calling into it. No response.
It's probably nighttime up there.
Is your sister
I would
gonna
wait
stop working?
like a little bit, just so
Mhm.
that way I'm not like walking downstairs and it's like, where are you? And I'm like, ah, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, doesn't seem like there is any communication with it right now.
Put it on silent.
Dang. Well, that's a sham. Shame is what I meant.
Yep,
I'm
shim sham.
tired. I'm tired.
That's a shame, listen.
Hey, that's rude.
You're rude.
I know.
Ha, 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 ha. Yeah, you're rude for not letting me speak to my commander. My sister's probably dead by this point.
Probably.
The commander's probably dead.
Commander probably is dead.
Yeah, I'll see to
He's
that.
actually,
Surface.
yeah, there's so many battles back where I'm
What
from.
if your sister's name is C2? And it's spelled like C32? So it'd be like you.
It's not, but good guess.
So you guys are now waking up, and you do smell, kind of wafting through the halls, an unpleasant smell of food.
I follow my nose.
Breakfast.
Okay. You end up walking in, and it looks like there's like a lunch line almost in here, and it's It is like a lunchroom essentially, and there is what looks like rice, eggs, and like some sort of vegetable um, being served. Something really hearty, nothing really like meat, but enough to get you by pretty decently. Fully cooked, and the rice itself is very fully cooked and not crunchy at all. Like
good.
it's very good.
Because that would make me gag.
Yeah, that would make me very sad if
How
I
many
were to
crystals
get.
do I have left after that trip?
You'd have like maybe like 2 left.
Okay. Because I didn't specify. I'm gonna crack one open now
Okay.
and just pour it into my spider's mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna put some food in his mouth right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your spider is looking a little weary right now.
Yeah.
Because
Your poor neglected spider.
it is not doing well in the heat. I would say most of the ones that you had gathered are going towards the spider. Because
Yeah. I'm keeping it alive. I'm
Yeah.
not letting another one of my pets die.
exactly.
Yeah.
Your spider pack is doing not well, but can be like if you take care of it a little more because it's cooling off,
Mhm.
it should be fine.
Yeah. I'm taking
The
care
poor
of it.
spider pack. Didn't deserve it.
They deserve it. Poor guy. But
Just
yes,
a little guy.
just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
So, yeah, you guys have a nice little breakfast, and I'd say the rest of you guys are able to meet up at a table. Some people are waking up sooner than others. I would say you would be the first one to wake. You and the rest of the Sneatrons would be the first ones kind of like up. They already have a table, and they're just kind of like talking in like hushed tones.
I probably would, if I go downstairs and see that they're all at the same table, I'm like, oh yes, of course I have to join.
Mm-hmm. They end up sitting with them. They're like, "Good morning." And you see, it's Kella and Amanda right now, just sitting at the table, and they go, "Oh, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How'd you sleep?"
Better.
Yeah. You know, this isn't quite our home, but it'll do for a night.
I mean, better than all the other places, that's for sure.
Yeah. What was Silver thinking? And he looks over at Amanda, and she goes, "I don't know. Silver finds the weirdest people sometimes, and we avoid them. We just find it on our own. But when we have people that are in such a big group, we have to rely on others sometimes. And that's not a diss on you at all, but
I'm probably like mid-bite. Huh?
I'm not bashing you at all. But I am saying that it's easier to travel through the Underdark and through the different realms with smaller.
No, I mean, traveling any place is easier with less people, having a big group, it's a lot of people to manage, you really have to be on your A game as a leader to be able to get through these tough situations. And that place that Silver took us to, I mean, really comfy bed, but just too unsettling, just couldn't really settle down there and actually get rest, not like this place, which has been like a little surprisingly too pleasant, not to bash the Underdark, but like everything has been very monstrous, and this is too nice.
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
This place is alien when it comes to comparison of the rest of the other levels.
So like, is your home also going to be similar to this? I mean, they're gonna like you, of course, because it's your home, but like, or not, maybe from that reaction. Or
Growing up, we have a very classist society in our tribe. I came from a very low social standing. They did not like me much until I eventually proved myself and proved to have a deeper connection with the ancestral spirits than even most of the royals did. And that was when they began to accept me, but there are still those who still never won't because I was born of a lower social standing. So, yes and no.
yes, yeah. Well, I mean, are your beds like comfier than these beds, or?
Yes.
Okay.
We actually
yeah.
can. There are homes, so yes,
Yeah.
they are going to be more comfortable.
That's Good to hear. Good to hear.
I can see about you staying in the palace, but they generally have a lot of rooms there as well.
I mean, if it's not that big of a deal, you know, we wouldn't want to impose too much. You've already done so much for us on this journey.
Kella just goes,
But I mean,
did you just invite them over to my home? And she goes, look.
Kella, it's so kind of you for you to offer like this.
And he goes,
There's a couple vibes.
He goes, no, I never invited anyone. No, I didn't invite
think you invited me right now. Just me. We don't have to have everyone else come over. Just...
Make a persuasion check.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It's always you that makes the persuasion check.
Yep.
9.
He goes, no. I never invited anyone to my home. And she goes, I have lived in your home since I was like a teenager, okay? I have lived there. Your father has taken care of me. He goes, yes, because you're a special circumstance. That's why he opened the palace up to
Because he
you.
begged him.
And
I want Amanda to stay.
And then she goes, whatever. I will talk to the king myself, okay?
Yeah.
He loves me. He adores me. They can stay.
Yeah, he's just like the
And
seventh
he goes,
son. No power there.
sure, fine. They can stay.
Again, so nice of you to offer your
Yeah, thanks.
humble abode.
No, I love this actually.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I can see it. It's written all over your
I'm
face.
looking forward to this actually.
Yeah.
You know, we actually have really good textiles and craftsmanship with different types of linens and cloth at our village. We are also able to magically dye clothing and articles of clothing to accommodate our guests the best way we can. So
Oh.
please, you're welcome in my home.
Sounds very interesting and not threatening at all.
Happy to have you.
You know, I think, you know, since you brought up that you do manufacture a lot of intricate textiles, are you implying that we're going to have matching jackets?
Yeah.
Because I think you should, I mean, if we're going to be
If you're willing to pay a
staying
craftsman,
together,
if you're willing to pay a craftsman, they can make you what you want.
I thought you were doing this,
No,
though.
I don't make these.
Well, then why would you bring this up to me?
Because we have servants for that.
That doesn't really answer my question of why you would specifically tell me that there's people who can like make clothes if you weren't implying that you were going to get us matching jackets.
I never said that.
I mean, I think that was heavily implied.
You just
Right, I kind of like look at Amanda for support, like, come on, please help me just like break him right
you
now.
look at
Like-
Amanda right now, and she's looking at you like, did you fall on your head? Like she's like,
Oh, did you not pick up on that either? Sorry, guess I just misread the situation. Thought matching jackets would be cool though.
you can eat her food, and you watch a Saint Bernard like jump up on the side of the table like next to you and just like side mouth eat some of your food off your plate.
I was done anyways. You know, didn't want it to go to waste.
You have plenty of food left. Like you had just sat down and had this conversation.
Nope, I'm not even hungry.
Yep. Just eats a good portion of your food before jumping back down.
Mm-hmm.
And you just hear like the jowls just like
Mm-hmm.
as he goes ahead and just kind of like lays down next to her. Welcome. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and
Sorry guys, I was really trying to get us those matching jackets.
she goes, I'm gonna go ahead and go to the market, pick up some supplies that we might need for the castle. But do you need anything?
I think we're okay. we'll probably need some more water to travel. Those water crystals are running low.
I can accommodate that pretty easily.
Yeah.
Kella, need anything? I want to go home. Well, we'll get you that today, Mr. Prince. She gets up and goes, come on. And the dog walks with her. She does have the other sword sheath, but it looks like the dog is like out walking with her right now. And they end up leaving. So it's just you and Kella right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's just.
And I'm no longer eating.
He's like finishing up his food. He's like scraping his plate, getting every grain of rice off. You need that?
No, I already said I was done.
Pulls it for her and just like.
Yeah.
So good. And it's like, from the few bites you had, this is really good food because you've had nothing but like jerky and all this other stuff. Like you're gonna develop gout, man. Like
Oh no.
This is a good meal that you had probably like about 4 bites of.
Yeah.
Before it was.
It's fine. It's just part of my training regimen. Gotta stay in shape for when I get back up to the surface.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Gotta keep your figure.
Yeah.
Go figure. But it's lucky. You end up kind of like just being like half asleep, half awake in that state. And then you just hear someone go, "Hey, hey, Lucky,
What?
wake up."
5 more minutes.
If you make me come in here in 5 more minutes, I am going to finish the job that Kella never finished back on the surface.
Fine.
You end up getting up. Good. Welcome. I made you breakfast.
And coffee.
Thank you.
He goes ahead and he's made like a pretty decent breakfast. It actually, he looks like he got like actual like meats and eggs and like all of this like this interesting cuisine that looks familiar but something's different about it. But it smells great. It's a hearty meal, it looks like, and he's served his own that he's already like half eaten. And it looks like he's got like a little bit of like what looks like a loaf of bread that has just been like cut up and has been toasted.
Wow. I'll serve myself up a bit and start eating as well.
You want some coffee?
Sure, yeah.
Alright, it'll be done in 10 minutes. And in here, for the first time you see it, there is an enormous drip coffee system that he has in here. Enormous, I tell you. Enormous. Of just like very intricate and delicate glass tubing. It's glass spiral tubing, and just at the very top of it is where the drip system is. There's just a water barrel that is just like on a very, very like thin drip. That's just like just a couple of drips, just like very calm and just like dipping into this coffee, and you just see in that like big old like spiral, there's just like little drips of coffee, just a slight dribble, just very slowly. And then at the very base there is the collection reservoir that he does walk up to, and he does kind of like pour a bit of that into it.
Hipster with like exposed copper and brick everywhere.
There is a lot of exposed copper with this.
Oh, it's
whole thing.
so hipster. Exposed copper, exposed brick.
And he goes ahead and
Lofted ceilings.
seals it up, goes in and walks over, hands you the coffee, and it is iced coffee.
What's that? Oh.
It's a cold brew drip.
Probably feels good here.
It does.
It's really refreshing. How is this compared to the last coffee I had with the sage?
Oh, the one that he made?
Yeah.
Oh, this, it looks like he's in his element. This this tastes like the equivalent of like a specialty coffee shop versus like a Starbucks on the bad part of town.
Oh, not the bad part of town, Starbucks. Oh no.
More like
Yeah,
this.
those
It's
Starbucks.
like the difference between like a specialty coffee shop in Italy versus gas station coffee.
Gas station
Yeah, I was
is
gonna say
better.
gas station coffee slaps sometimes.
It
though.
yeah, it does sometimes.
Sometimes depends on what gas station you go to.
Our coffees are decent. So are 7-Elevens.
Mhm.
7-Elevens are better though.
Absolutely.
Variety.
Exactly.
Espresso in Italy is
Mhm.
It's
good.
not as good as 7-Eleven. Come at me in the comments, everybody. Fight me. Comment on this video. I think 7-Eleven is better.
And you start to look around, and you do see that he has like a whole like setup in here of just like different coffee implements, and it looks like some of them he's like has like a boiling water system where he like ignites a Bunsen burner, boils the water to create steam, and then he's able to like make like steam in his coffee and just like because then it puts his grounds, tamps it down, puts it in the espresso machine. Like it's like full on like steampunk coffee shop espresso.
Oh my god.
That is amazing.
Sorry, espresso. And yeah, this is his whole kitchen. Like he's got like his main kitchen area, and then it's kind of like an offshoot, like almost like an add-on to this kitchen. Like it looks like he tore down a wall, made an add-on room for just his coffee area. And
Everyone needs hobbies.
And it's wonderful in here.
And the best coffee I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
And thus I won't have them. This coffee is amazing. I've never had anything better.
Yeah, and you never will. And just drinks it and just has a big smile on his face.
This would be fun. Never gonna have coffee again.
You'll never have it like this ever again. Mm-mm. Man, sorry. Every time you'll drink coffee, you'll be thinking of me now. It'll never be the same for you. And he goes, I actually, I have a friend who actually provides me with my beans. I can give you some grounds if you'd like.
Mr. Bean.
I think he's full of beans.
What a
Yeah,
sentence.
that would be awesome. Yeah.
Alright, I'll go ahead and we'll stop by his place before we gotta head back to the church.
Like a black market coffee bean shop.
Hey, we gotta keep these beans on the down low,
Yeah,
okay,
they're
Tara?
totally underground. You gotta know a guy to know a guy to get in.
I mean, everything here is underground.
Oh.
Maybe.
It's under the underground. Oh my gosh.
So, you guys end up getting everything ready to leave, and it looks like he's got some equipment that he grabs, and he goes, "Hey, do you need any like weapons or anything?"
No, I mean, I just kind of I don't really know how to use any weapons. It's fine. We made it this far.
All right. What about daggers? Because you threw a lot of those daggers at that weird vine thing.
I mean, you just kind of like, it's like throwing cards. And I used to do that a lot, so it wasn't that hard to do, but I have a few daggers, so I think I'm okay.
It's
I have like
big box.
three different daggers.
All right, if you insist. You see he goes ahead and walks over and then opens up a closet, and you see he grabs a bandolier and he just like puts it on, and it's got like about like 6 slots for just daggers.
6.
Amazing.
Express not all the way around.
It's modest, you know. You can only fit 6 on the front. So.
Yeah. On the back though, there's like 2. But those ones are like a little larger daggers. Those are his kill daggers.
I thought every dagger is a kill
Yeah,
dagger.
everyone's are just main,
Nope.
main daggers.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
yeah. Blood Force Trauma
You
dagger.
gotta have both sides. You have to both sides of the coin. Balance.
Oh,
Oh.
you're right. I left my healing daggers at home. Sorry, everybody.
You want some healing?
Okay, says the girl with the healing gun
Shut
in
up.
the other
That's
campaign.
a different campaign.
Healing dagger, new.
It's like a mercy.
Literally, she has to shoot someone and it heals them.
That's,
So
that's,
there's been so many bits where we go, no, 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 no.
It's a magic gun. Don't worry about it. That's not relevant right now.
So
Come
he
on.
goes ahead and changes some of his clothes, changes out his boots that look like the soles themselves are kind of like worn out from the heat, puts on some new boots. Like he's getting re-geared up. And all the other stuff he just kind of like throws to the side. He goes, my family will get that.
It's like my kids.
Wonderful.
He goes, well, ready to start the day.
Yeah, I mean, how could I not be after that awesome coffee and amazing breakfast?
Oh man, it's like drugs up here. So he goes ahead and just walks out, and then you guys have to start to descend down this pretty large pathway, and you do see it takes you a while, and you are entering into like the main like city of this place, and there are a lot of shops kind of just in here, but you do see a shop that just has written above it. What languages do you speak again, Lucky?
Common, Elvish, and Undercommon.
It is an Undercommon. And you see written in Undercommon, it says the Underdark Brew.
Makes sense.
And then you walk in and you just see a bunch of like really large like metal like brewing capsules, for lack of a better word, that just kind of line the one side of the wall, and it looks like it's a lot of like brews, as in like different types of like stouts and ales, and it looks like they make their own craft beer here. But walking through, you hear one of the guys go, "Hey," and you see there's an orc sitting in here, and he goes, "Hey, Shameson, I haven't seen you in, what, a little over a month?" It's been a little bit. And, was traveling. Met my friend here. This is Lucky. Lucky. You don't look so lucky to me. And he goes ahead and points to the branding on your neck.
Yeah, that's what they thought as well.
Same. And he like shows his arm, and you see that there is a numeral branding on him, and then like a symbol as well. He goes, "They thought the same too." "What can I get you folks?" And he goes, "Well, you know why I'm here." He goes, "Yeah, to get a stout, right?" He goes, "The best of them all." "Right. Let me go ahead and serve you." He goes ahead and gets some mugs and starts filling them up with different liquids. And as he's like kind of like walking, you see he puts them on a shelf below the counter, and then pulls out mugs and puts them back on the counter. And he goes, "Can we take these out? I can pay you extra for the mug." And he goes, "Sure, sounds good." And he goes ahead and puts down some like gemstone-looking coins. And he goes ahead and puts those down. And he goes, "Pleasure doing business with you." And you guys end up walking out, and they are like the full-on like tankards, and they have the little like the lid to them. I can't remember what those are called.
Stein.
Wagon.
A stein.
Stein would be the
Yeah, with
Yeah.
the
flip.
It is a stein. That's the correct word I'm looking for. And as you
Didn't
guys are
have
walking
German
out,
here.
you lift the lid, and you see inside there is a little small burlap sack inside. As you guys kind of walk out, and looks around, makes sure that there's no like patrons out on like this open patio, pops it open, takes the sack out, throws the thing over his shoulder. the stein and just puts it in his bag. All right.
It's totally black market coffee beans.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe it.
You might want to put that away.
Yeah, I'll take it out, put it into my bag. Just drop the stein to the side.
And you guys continue to walk towards the church. And at this point, everybody else is waking up as well.
Morning.
Where's Lucky?
Where'd you put Lucky?
I don't know. He's always sneaking off.
No, he's not lost again.
He probably is.
Don't you have a link to him, Vela?
Oh, yeah.
Call him.
Lucky.
You hear in your head as you throw the stein to your side.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Are you okay? Are you lost again?
No, I'm fine. I'm with Shameson.
Oh, okay. just scream help if you need help. I'll try to find you.
Wait, why would I need help?
Because he's a serial killer, Lucky. And you've been stabbed by Les, okay? You were stabbed by a prince, Lucky. Jabbar.
It's on the
So
floor.
low.
That would explain things. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. Do you need anything for breakfast? I'm gonna go get stuff.
Oh no, I already ate.
Okay. He's fine. He's on his way. I think.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Let's go eat.
Okay. You guys eat nice hearty breakfast.
Susie, are you still in the dining hall?
Yeah,
area?
I'm probably down there
Yeah.
The soup kitchen?
doing something. Probably playing. I think I have a deck of cards and probably playing with that.
You see Kella, looks like he probably like went to the market or something, but it looks like he's got like a little like parchment paper and it looks like it's like little puzzles. He's just like doing crossword puzzles and doing like a little word search and he goes, "What's a 4-letter word for unalive?"
Dead?
Kill.
Dead.
No, you can't put that. You can't put that. You're gonna. The paper burns up and you lose all the.
And I'm like, why are you saying, I gave you the answer?
Alright, we'll see that one. Alright. What's a 5-letter word for shut up?
I'm keep doing like my
Yeah.
solitaire or whatever.
He just keeps going and doing what he wants to do.
Uh-huh.
It's a great time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You say quiet and he goes,
Oh, so you listen to him.
yes, actually.
Give me another one. Give me another one.
What's a 6-letter word for anger?
Angers. Me.
No, that's not it.
Angers.
You were onto something
Yeah.
on the first
I
one,
was
but this
onto
one. Oh no. So you guys are just kind of doing that, and then it's at this point that Amanda does come back, and she does have like these like paper bags that she's just holding. She's like, "All right, got some groceries." Puts them down.
Mom Amanda. Gosh.
You guys been shopping together?
Amanda.
Amanda.
No.
No. Amanda's. She's walking in, and the dog is next to her, and it looks like the dog is like holding a burlap sack in its mouth, as well. And just goes ahead and puts it down. She goes, "Thank you." Takes it and puts it on the table. Well, we have some more crystals and a little bit of rations that'll help us a little bit, but also I got some actual food because. Man, does your castle suck sometimes when it comes to cuisine. And he goes, "We literally opened our home to you. You have no right to complain." She goes, "No, I don't, but I will. I'm going to cook for you all.
Are you a good cook?
The best."
Really?
Mindset check.
Make an insight check.
She cooks it with aether.
I don't think she's the best cook.
Did you take the
My
feed?
dad is.
My dad is. No one's as good as my dad. Dad.
What'd you say?
25.
25. She thinks she's the
No
best.
one knows she's in love with Kella.
Is that what you're insight checking?
Yes.
Okay, given from this conversation, there is no like lead in for that. I mean, all you can really tell is she thinks she's a good cook.
And I just set up a psychic link with her and be like, hey, I gotta know. I just need to be straight up with
Do you set up a psychic link with her?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm sorry.
I'm standing right next to you.
no.
Why are you talking to me in my head?
No.
Bella, are you being creepy again?
Yeah, Bella.
You can love with Kella.
Invasion of
Bella,
privacy.
seriously, what is your problem right now? Why? I'm literally standing right here.
Are you in love with Kella?
You say that in her head.
Yeah.
She goes, say it for the rest of the class.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bella. Share with the class.
That's like a really great opportunity to really open up about our feelings.
Yeah, in a church.
And then I go, Kella?
Maybe.
You say Kella, and then all of a sudden you just hear, hello, how did you all sleep? And you see Gladys. Gladys has walked up, and
Gladys, not now.
Gladys walked up and she's like, hi, how did everyone sleep?
We slept great.
Remarkable.
Really good.
Oh, great.
Aw.
We're
Bath was
working out our
amazing.
feelings right now.
Bath was phenomenal.
Yeah,
You
very
might want to get your
cleansing.
plumbing checked, but it was amazing.
Well, the toilet was near it, so.
It wasn't in it?
No.
Oh.
Oh my dog. Gross.
No, I hate the implications.
I'm just kidding. It was a joke.
We were just,
It
we were
was a
just
joke.
kidding.
I add
Yeah.
Kella to
Make
this
a deception check. You make a persuasion check.
Ooh. Deception? I'm not very deceiving. Oh, it's a negative
26.
one. 14.
Yeah, she knows you're lying and you actually doo-dooed in there. She looks over at you and she thinks to herself, okay, he probably knows where the bathroom is, but he's probably trying to cover for him. Yeah, he knows where the bathroom is.
The world is your bathroom.
The world is my bath.
She doesn't know that.
Nothing limits me. I am my own person.
Now she knows that.
I can't even poop. So I don't
Oh
know.
my god. You can't?
I don't think so.
I hate those implications as
Cal has
well.
been constipated this
You-
entire
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Need some
been
fiber.
eating-
I just throw up.
This is
That's
what
it is.
happens when you
You
eat nothing
regurgitate
but
it.
grass all day, Cal. Come
But
on.
that's nothing but
I
fiber,
just
though.
sweated.
You sweat it.
I sweat it out.
No.
I can't help it. I'm a furry man.
I want this conversation to be
It's
done.
been So,
Hi, Gladys.
Hi.
breakfast was amazing. By
Glad
the
to
way.
see
You did.
Oh.
My compliments to the chef.
It's-
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said my compliments to the chef.
Oh.
Breakfast was amazing.
Oh, okay. I'll make
Wasn't
sure
it,
to tell her.
Susie?
Yeah.
You were here before I was. So.
Yeah, and I really filled me up, yeah.
Well, Orton is a very good cook.
Or here's a who.
Who?
It was a real world joke, not an in-game joke. I didn't say that in Cal's voice.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Sounds like something Cal would say, though.
But Orton doesn't know who Cal is, and vice versa. So.
It's Hop on Pop.
Are we gonna move? Oh, well, no, I guess we're talking to Gladys
Mhm.
first.
And then at this point, Lucky and Shameson would arrive.
Lucky,
There you go.
you're alive.
And then you just hear her say, oh, Shameson, It's so good to see you. And he goes, yeah, it's great to see you too.
They had a one night stand.
He
With
has
a nun?
Awkward.
You think Shameson slept with a nun?
Hey, he has a thing for tieflings.
A
don't you know?
tiefling nun?
That hey, you know he does have a thing for tieflings, and we do know that now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But even before she took her oaths.
Maybe the pass away was actually passing into the ministry, and
She was born again.
Maybe.
She was baptized.
Or maybe this. What if this is like her sister?
Baptized in magma.
Just bring the mug over here.
No, I don't want to make a mess.
Okay.
It might
Oh.
spill and still a couple of this from the mug.
Smell and get all over your paper. Like that's never happened before.
It
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't want to pull a Terra.
Or an Abbey.
Wait, bards have
Yeah.
spells, not just bidens. Oh wait, no, you casted Magnificent Mansion a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
third
true.
level spell.
We need that.
We need to stop calling out past actions and move on with this campaign.
Anyway.
Please.
Anyways, you guys are now
Or level 20.
venturing into this emotional vulnerability of the conversation, and everybody is now present.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
So you're gonna share with the
That's
class?
fine. We'll continue. Ella?
He's like, "Are you gonna eat that, by the way?"
Maybe.
Are you or are you not?
Amanda.
And then you just hear Gladys go, I mean, I can give you seconds, like that's fine.
Ooh, I'll take some.
Hold on. Okay. And
He just released himself.
You haven't even
I've already
finished the
first.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your plate is still full. I'll take seconds.
She goes,
I'm like,
eat your food first. Don't talk while you eat. Manners, please.
Shuffling it into your mouth.
Yeah, your trunk is like,
It's the circle of life
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it moves us all.
in the hot springs.
Specifically bowel movements.
well, when you get in the hot water, things just loosen up.
You just.
No! No! We're having a moment with Kella and Amanda right now. We're not talking about pooping in a pool anymore.
We all collectively do the same thing.
No! Abby, please talk.
Amanda, I got it. You got it. Please. Kella, Amanda.
What?
Look. I just want you guys to be happy.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm almost home, so kind of happy right now.
I know, but like, I want you guys. You guys. The tension is palpable.
What is palpable mean?
I don't even know.
Cal, shut up.
I don't know what that means.
That's what the word was.
Oh my god!
Solved it. New York Times solved it.
Kella,
Like
please.
isn't spelled with 2 E's, Kella.
Oh.
All right. Just
Also,
Like-
there's why did you most of those are misspelled.
look, okay. I had formal training, I had formal teaching, didn't really pay attention to it because I wanted to fight. So
Kella, do you know how to read?
yeah, actually.
Are you sure? Your spelling is
How do you
very
spell light?
terrible for someone who knows how to read.
I have what do they call it? It was the where you switch the things around. What did my brother say it was?
Dyslexic?
That's the one.
Oh, he's a demigod. Half-blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kella.
Okay.
Please. Yes.
What did you
Did
say?
you just say kiss? Yes. I think we all just kind of stop and like.
Yeah, we everybody kind of stops and just
because he's just
and Gladys walked forward with the plates as you said, like the whole dyslexic thing, and then just kiss, and it's just like.
Fella, what?
You've known him for only 2 weeks.
So, no. It's so clear that you two have something going on, and you guys just skirting around it is really hard to watch. Okay? So just grow up and deal with your feelings, okay?
You see, he looks over at Amanda and he goes, "I don't have the shard. Do you have the shard?" And she goes, "Yeah, I got the shard." I was like, "Then what are you talking about, Bella?
What?
What do you? I am so lost."
You didn't
What?
just
Hang on.
catch him in a crossbow.
What does he mean?
His mind's already.
Exactly what I just told you. What do you? Huh? I am so lost, Bella.
How are you lost?
I spelled it out for you.
No, you can't spell it. He's dyslexic. No, you can't.
Jumble up the letters.
Hey.
He'll get it.
It's true, but it's hurtful. And you see Shameson's just like, "I have no idea what's happening right now. Do you have any idea what's happening right now?" Looks over at Lucky.
I don't know.
Did you get enough sleep, Bella? Because I'm a little concerned for you right now. Like
This is not how it happens in the books.
Oh, you've been reading books.
Oh, that's your problem. I've never read a book in my life, and look at me. I'm doing great.
Shameson, Kella goes, "I've read books in my life, and most of them I don't really understand."
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
makes
bad for
sense.
you.
Yeah, and look how you turned out.
Yeah.
Augustus reads book, and he cut off his arm.
No, he reads scrolls.
Oh.
As he's like has his like giant scroll on like one of the neighboring tables, starts to roll it up.
He's like,
Which is hard 'cause-
guys, be quiet. I'm trying to read.
He's just kind of looking over at you, just a little like, still. Everybody is now like in this like awkward state of like, what is going on? There
I'm just
is
slowly eating.
there's talk
I
about
don't
everything.
get how they misunderstood that. I literally told them to grow up, talk about their feelings about each other and shit.
Yeah, and then he goes, "Do you have the shard?" Like,
The
what?
shard? It had nothing to do with it. Deflection.
I think she's talking
Very
about how
common
you and her are
coping
grumpy
mechanism.
towards each other.
We're grumpy.
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit. Yeah. I mean,
Like, you guys just need to hug it out.
he looks up at her and she goes, "You're not hugging me.
Well, you can hug him.
Maybe.
I'm not hugging him."
I
Well,
mean,
he can hug you.
I don't really want to take sides, but this whole time you guys have been kind of acting like an old married couple.
Yes, thank you.
You know, I did at first think there was something, but like, you guys are really mean to each other, so I don't know.
Wait, so if you're mean to each other, that means you should kiss?
I mean, I
Yes.
don't really know what Bella's saying.
Yeah,
I mean,
very
we've been through
cultural
a real
norms.
stressful time recently, you know. I don't know how kissing would resolve the stress, but
If
Me
they
and
don't
Lucky
know
aren't
if they
mean to
have
each
it
other.
tomorrow, so maybe they just need to stop procrastinating and avoiding their feelings towards each other and deflecting.
No, I feel like you're like trying to like say something, but you're just keep alluding to something, but you're not actually just saying something.
So you know what alluding means, but you don't know what she's talking about?
Okay. Again, cow.
He's just deflecting.
I can't
now.
even spell
He's
alluding.
just deflecting.
I can't either.
Is there a P in there?
I think there's a Q.
Are you
No,
gonna
Cal,
finish
the
that,
only
Kelly?
pee is in your pants. No.
And apparently the hot spring.
Well, yeah, part of his pants are still.
You know what? I said my piece. I just want you guys to be happy. I'm gonna go back. She just gets up.
Does he scoot over an inch to eat your food?
Yeah. You scoot over an inch to eat her food, and you're just like, the plate's already gone. It's already in front of Kella. And he has another plate that Gladys puts down right next to him.
Oh, so he gets a second plate before he
Yeah.
finishes
Oh no,
it.
you get one as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she brought 2 plates.
Okay. I was gonna call some discrimination there, but
As you walk off
We don't serve
in kind of
elephants.
like a huff, Bella, you're just like, it's stupid. You end up walking over to your bed and you're just packing everything up. And then you just hear, well, that was something. You look up, everybody in here's gone. You feel just a tinge in the one that looks like a star, that symbol on your wrist.
Now? Right now?
You ask him that.
Yes.
Hey, I don't make the times. They just happen.
You don't?
No.
That doesn't make sense.
No, I don't make the times.
Okay.
We're now technically linked, I guess.
No.
I'm supposed to be welcoming you as a part of like our club, whatever. I don't
I'm
really.
not.
Honestly, I don't really like it either. I have to attend stupid, boring meetings sometimes, and most of the time I just have to listen because majority of the time I don't agree with any of it. But here we are.
Okay. I just want you to know I won't be attending any meetings. I want no part in this.
Oh, I don't either, but I still have to attend them. So rather,
Okay, I'm not
forced
going
attend them.
to. It's not even so much I don't want to. I'm not going to.
Oh, you don't physically leave. No. Kind of like this forced connection that is happening right now, against my will as well. Yeah, that'll happen.
I'm leaving.
All right. Have a safe trip there, eh, Bella?
I just cross my arms and wait for it to end.
He just crosses his arms and leans back against the bedpost.
I'm like trying to mimic Susie's.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
So, how about that weather, huh?
Oh no, I'm in the Underdark. I mean, I don't know.
You just kind of like. You're in the Underdark?
No.
Make a deception check.
No.
I'm gonna say with disadvantage because you started saying it.
No.
There it is.
It doesn't even have to be disadvantage.
Oh my God.
It's a good thing because I rolled a 7.
Oh man.
You just go, no. He goes, uh-huh.
No. Who?
He goes, uh-huh. Well, if you ever want to find me or figure out whatever this is,
I don't.
I mean, that's fair. I don't really want any part of this either. Where in the Underdark are you? Like, I'm curious.
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not that stupid.
I'm not calling you stupid.
Can I insight check? Is he calling me stupid?
Yeah, insight check him to see if he's calling you stupid.
I gotta know.
I'm not calling you
Eight.
stupid.
8?
Rolled a 2. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay. Doesn't seem like he's calling you stupid, but you probably think he's a meanie.
He has a meaty head.
He's a big meanie head. Get him out.
I'm just gonna psychically say to Lucky, hey, that thing is happening again.
You tried to do a psychic connection, and there was no connection.
Stranded.
And he just goes, trying to contact someone? Yeah,
No.
It doesn't work like that, unfortunately. Our minds are currently linked, and that's what our minds are focusing on right now. I was literally in the middle of playing a game, okay? And now I'm stuck here, so.
Why are you stuck here?
Look, my time is kind of limited right now. I can feel it, the connection starting to fade. If you want to see me again or you want to know more information, meet me in Thassia. I'll be in Thassia. That's where I live. Okay? And he was like, alright, I'll be in Thassia. If you need any additional information, you can probably find me there. We can actually have a normal conversation. And as he's in the middle of saying conversation, the the connection between you two severs, and he just fades from your vision, just like almost like a blink, and he just kind of blurs in your vision and just vanishes. And then everybody else is like in that same like blur appears again. Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, 21.
In the corner of the room, you like see in like the corner of your eye, and you look over, and you see like embedded into like just one of the shadows against this wall is what looks like a elongated eye that just like the slit opens for a brief moment to stare at you, like it's been staring at you the whole time, and as you look over, you just see it close and just seal away and vanish.
Lucky?
Yeah, you end up calling out to Lucky, and that's where we're gonna pick up next session.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
I just wanted two people to fall in love, and instead I got that handsome elf being weird.
Thank you guys so much for watching our grand show tonight. Good show. A little longer of an episode, but thank you for sticking around with it if you are still here. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
Thanks, Adam.
You're keeping
Thanks,
us
Adam.
going.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. And with that, all our love to Adam and the rest of our viewers. We're going to go ahead and close tonight's session. And my mom doesn't watch this, let's be real. And have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.